Welcome to Real Issue Podcast. I'm your host, Martel Llewellyn, and this is the Miami Heat versus the Chicago Bulls pregame show. Now, we all know that the Miami Heat have their home opener. They're going to be playing the Chicago Bulls, and there's a few players that are going to be out. So for the Miami Heat, it's going to be Omar Yurtseven with his ankle, Depot with knee tendonitis, Levine is out with his knee, LaMelo, he's out with his knee as well. Caruso has a calf injury, but he will play. I will say real quick though, Levine missing more time with his knee, that's very concerning because he's one of their key pieces to winning. I think also too with LaMelo being out, I think that's a huge blow because that's their starting point guard. He's a guy that worked on his shot, and overall he's gotten better over the years. And I just think that we'll never really see how good these Bulls can be when you have all these guys out, especially key starters that are out for them. Also, too, with the Depot's knee tendonitis, Eric Spoelstra just said it's not as big as everyone's making it seem. It's just because he's getting back into playing a lot more minutes. Also, too, he's playing a lot harder against better competition. He's finally in the NBA, back from injury, back from all those rehabbing days. So his body is just, it's going to take him a little bit to acclimate back to the basketball grind. Now, let's start with Tyler Hero. Tyler Hero is going to be in the starting lineup. The starting lineup is going to be Kyle Lowry, Tyler Hero, Jimmy Butler, Caleb Martin, and Bam Adebayo. I think Tyler Hero today, it's one of the first days where he's going to be able to prove that he's a starter. I think that he should be starting. I think he's the best shooting guard that we have on the team in terms of versatility and scoring. We're going to see how his defense has improved. He said that he's worked on his defense. He's worked on his body to absorb contact, especially going to the rim and defending. So I'm very excited to see how Tyler Hero can also play off ball because he has a lot of guys that kind of demand the ball in terms of Kyle Lowry. He's a point guard. Bam Adebayo, Jimmy Butler. Those are all guys that like to attack the rim. So I think with him playing off ball, it'll definitely be able to help this team spread the floor. Also, too, we'll be able to see him shoot a little bit more three-pointers than usual. I think he's shot his three-pointers at a very high clip recently. I know it's a very small sample because it's the preseason, but overall, I'm very happy with Tyler Hero, and I'm very excited to see him in the starting lineup. Kyle Lowry. I definitely need Kyle Lowry to be more aggressive this upcoming season. I think he definitely needs to score a lot more. I think he needs to shoot the ball when he's open instead of sometimes passing it up or trying to look for an extra pass. Overall, I'm really looking to see the weight that he's lost. How has that transitioned to his game? Because he's an older player, and this is a guy where he needs as much as not really that much weight on him, because when you have all this excess weight running around for 82 games, that's going to cause injury. So I'm hoping to see, where does Kyle Lowry look at his age? How aggressive is he going to be this season? Is he going to take those open shots? Is he going to attack the rim a little bit more than last season? Because last season he didn't really attack the rim that much. He kind of shied away from contact. He kind of really just would, like attack the rim, throw the ball out, do stuff like that. So I'm excited to see, how does Kyle Lowry look with him more in shape and with him more aggressive and him tackling the rim a lot more. Bam Adebayo, his aggressiveness. I think that, pain is the biggest teacher, and I think that he realized this offseason that we're going to go as far as he takes us. And I think if Bam Adebayo this season can average 25 and 10, be a guy that can shoot the midi, even sometimes shoot out to a transitional three in terms of catch that three in rhythm, I think overall with his versatility on defense and just overall being that defensive guy that we know him for, I think overall, if Bam Adebayo can be a 25 and 10 guy for us, continue to be our best defender, also to the best defender in the league that can guard 1 through 5, I'm excited to see him continue to shoot more mid-range shots, expand his game, and even probably by the end of the season, be comfortable shooting more three-point shots. Caleb Martin at the 4. There's a lot of people that say, oh, well, he shouldn't be at the 4. There's a lot of people that do like him at the 4. At first, I was one that kind of didn't like him at the 4, only because I didn't know how his body would be able to hold up. I will say it's a huge mismatch with him at the 4, only because he's athletic. He's a great defender. He's a guy that people are going to struggle when there's a lot of slow-footed forwards that are going to be guarding him. They're going to struggle to guard him because at the end of the day, he's athletic, he's fast, he has a quick burst. This is a guy that's worked on his three-point shot. He's worked on his body over the summer because he knew coming in he's going to get those 4 minutes. So I think that I'm very excited to see how can Caleb Martin not only defend at the 4, but then also his offensive side with his explosiveness, his athleticism, his three-point shot that he has worked on, and he's worked on his body. Now for the bench, because Victor will be out, I think guys like Strus and Dedmon and Duncan will be beneficial for this game. I think that since that Yurtseven is out as well, Dedmon is going to get that backup 5 minutes. I'm excited to see how Duncan, coming off of last season, how is he going to look now? Is he going to prove that he can at least play like how he used to, hitting those contested threes, changing up his game a little, not just settling for the three, hitting the midi, going for the floater, doing all those different things? Because in the NBA, you have to be more than a 3-point shooter. You have to be a basketball player first. And that's what Max Strus said. He's a basketball player. He wants to bring diversity, not just shooting threes. Also, too, I want to look at how can Strus and Duncan, how have they improved on defense past this summer? Have they worked on their bodies? Stuff like that. And then also, too, maybe we might see minutes from other people, Gabe Vincent, maybe even Nicola, Jamal Cain with Depot out. So I'm very excited to see that. On the Bulls side, I want to see how comfortable does Vucevic look with this Bulls lineup, because last season he didn't look like, he was in a rhythm with them at all. I know that the lineup constantly changes because guys are constantly in and out. And also to DeMar DeRozan, there was a podcast with JJ Redick where he felt like people have forgotten about him and his game. I want to see, can he lead this Bulls team, even a little bit shorthanded? Can he lead them throughout the Eastern Conference? Because this is a stacked Eastern Conference. Last season, at one point, the Bulls were the first seed. And like I said, we really won't see what this Bulls team will look like until everybody's healthy. Because it's really not fair that they don't have LaMelo, Caruso's playing hurt, Zach LaVine, he's out. So until they're fully healthy, you know, that's when we'll be able to see how good can the Chicago Bulls be. Also, to their bench, they don't really have the biggest depth. So I'm going to see if can their bench guys really help them against the Miami Heat, because that's really what it's going to come down to. Because, like I said, two of his starters, they're out. Vucevic, let's see how dominant can he be? How good can he be this season? Is he going to be more comfortable with this starting five compared to last season? Let me know what you guys think about the Miami Heat playing the Chicago Bulls. Of course, we hope that the Miami Heat get those dubs. And like I said, I really want to see how Tyler Hero and I really want to see how Bam Adebayo look in terms of aggressiveness and being the future core leaders of this Miami Heat team. Like, share, comment, subscribe, and thank you for joining the Real Issues Podcast pregame show for the Miami Heat versus Chicago Bulls.